Today, there's something that we definitely know. We know that if we take care of our bodies, we're healthy. Taking care of our spine, our nutrition, we exercise, we're positive with each other, we keep positive mental attitude towards everything, and as a result of it, we express health and well-being. My mom didn't know those things. When I turned about 10 years old is when things kind of really started changing for me. I remember one day just kind of waking up with a migraine, with a headache, and it was like it never went away. I remember having that headache that I woke up with at 10 years of age till 17. I had it for pretty much 7 straight years. The worst days were days that I just laid in bed and I couldn't get out. I just ended up going from neurologist to neurologist, doctor to doctor, giving some tests, and they said they can't find anything and hand me a few drugs. So my mom comes home with my monthly prescription of Imitrex, and she sits down to me next on the dining room table and says, you know, I have your new prescription, but when I was buying these this time, I had a lady talk to me. She said that she was taking this exact same medication, but she went to a chiropractor. And after that, she started getting better and she didn't need her medications anymore. You know, we really had nothing to lose at that point. And she walks me into the chiropractor's office, and I remember walking to the clinic and the doctor being very friendly. I mean, just very different than a typical medical clinic you walk into, you know, almost inviting, you know, almost happy that I'm there and happy to find the cause of my problem, and provided me with an adjustment, which wasn't the most pleasant thing at that moment, but I almost felt like a decompression almost instantaneously in my brain. I knew something changed. And from that moment on, over the period of about a year, my migraines slowly declined into where they were completely resolved, and I haven't had a migraine since. After I started getting better, I started asking him, how'd you know to do that? How do you know to adjust me on that side? And he pulled up some x-rays and he started drawing some lines and some angles on there and started showing me the geometry of the spine and the physics behind it and why that all works. And I just sat there, I'm like, this is what I want to do. I always wanted to be a doctor of some type, but now I knew what kind of doctor I wanted to be. So I knew I wanted to go become a chiropractor. In fact, I went off to chiropractic college as one of the youngest students in chiropractic college. I was 20 years old. The reason why I try to focus so hard on patients that have difficult cases like kyphosis, scoliosis, spondylolisthesis, severe spinal degeneration is because a bad spine, misaligned spine, the subluxated spine, we know is going to have multiple effects upon a human body. Mechanically, it's going to cause spinal degeneration, decay, which is going to alter somebody's life as they continue to go through their life, and it's going to affect their longevity. We know that for a fact. So when you realize the spine has that ability to affect somebody's life, I take that very seriously. Being a father and having 2 daughters that are 15 and 14, and seeing how they experience their life as, going to dance, being healthy, on no medications on their entire life, eating well, experiencing life like a healthy person should be, and remembering what I went through, and comparing those two things, understanding how different those two things are, and there's really very little similarity in what I was experiencing, being sick and being locked down in a room to survive and not participating in any athletics or academics and just trying to get through it. Where my kids wake up and they jump out of bed and it's getting ready, and my daughters can work out with me in the morning. I couldn't imagine working out in the morning. So you're looking at that comparison between those two situations that I don't even know how to compare them. For my patients, I hope one thing, the very best spinal corrections possible, and get them living through all the things that we teach nutritionally, exercise, chiropractically, mentally, all the things that we teach. So if I know how, I'm going to give it the very best. I can't know something and not provide it.